front tire's low as all get out. I need to buy me an air compressor, but right now money is so tight, nobody's buying anything. I think that's why they want to give these people that money, because we got Black Friday coming up, right? They ain't gonna be selling jack. Only to the rich people, that's it. So I guess it'd be a real good day to, what am I doing here? I guess it'd be a real good day to change the oil. Just haven't been motivated to do nothing, man. I mean, when you can't even really budget in a vacuum cleaner, and you can't budget in a vacuum cleaner, what else did I say that I needed right now? Oh yeah, tires. Tires freaking need to be replaced. So, how you like? Okay, so we're having some weather over here in California. You see there? This is supposed to be a, what do they call that? A storm river or something like that. I forget what it's called. But it's supposed to bring 3 inches of rain to Fresno. And here I think it's going to be like 0.6. Well, you can see that right here it's clear, but all around it's like dark clouds. And I guess Northern California is going to get 6 inches of rain or something like that. I guess our usual rain is like 20 inches of rain annually. So, sun's shining right now, but it wasn't shining a little while ago. But the sun just peeked out, so it's probably, I don't know what it'll do, but I'm going to get me some water. I'm going to get some water, because once it starts raining out here, that's a nice little SUV right there. It looks like, you know what that looks like? That looks like a freaking European car, doesn't it? Let me check to see what it is. It's probably electric. Yeah, so I'm getting some water and getting some diesel fuel. Oh wow, check it out. It's a Toyota. And I'll bet you I know what kind of car it is. It's a RAV4, I'll bet. Which is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a RAV4. 2012, but those cars are still running $10,000, where you can get for that price you can get a 2018, you know, just a regular compact car. So those RAV4s, I guess they're really a Tesla, you know, so it was made in China. I would imagine if it's coming from Japan, why would they buy something that's made in America and then ship it back to America? That don't make sense. So, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a Chinese, even though the Nissan is actually Japanese, right? But I guess that's what I'm going to start focusing on, is to get a Chinese EV. You know, and they come under different brands. You know, you can get a Honda and it's really a Chinese or something like that. It's all mixed up. But yeah, they've got this one. It's called EREV, just like they have the PHEV, right? They got all kinds of different EVs, or they just got a pure EV. Well, the only other one that looks pretty good, you know, is the EREV. This is like carrying a little portable generator with you, right? It's like carrying a little portable generator with you that's already plugged into the car. So if sometime you need to go extra far, like say you needed to go to Arizona or something, then you can turn on your, you know, when batteries becoming depleted, you can turn on that generator and just keep right on going. You don't have to stop to charge the car. So that's, in a way, that's convenient. That's convenient in a way. But, you know, is it really worth it? I mean, to me it sounds okay, but to me, I'm thinking it's, you know, they need to put that puppy, you know, just get rid of it so that they can concentrate on, you know, straight EV. Because eventually, I mean, come on, let's face it, the way things are going with robots, pretty soon there's not going to be no more jobs for the people. I mean, there'll be, you know, a minuscule amount, you know, people who are doing the programming, but for everything else, the, you know, all the minuscule type labor, it's all going to be done by robots. That's why they're talking about, you know, they're going to have to make some kind of basic universal income to where these freaking tight mofos need to start sharing some of the wealth, right? Otherwise the people will revolt. They have no choice. But when it gets to this point where everything's run by robots, your cars ain't even going to need to be charged up. They'll be charged wirelessly. There's so many different kinds of free energy that they've been hiding. You know, they'll tax the people some other way, but eventually the electric cars, you ain't even gonna need to charge them up. They'll be run wirelessly by some kind of wireless technology. Nikola Tesla already had freaking wireless electrical energy. Like all these telephone poles, you wouldn't need them if they wouldn't have burnt his wireless transmitter to the ground twice, right? Everybody knows it. Well, the extremely dumb don't know it, but anybody who's picked up a book before knows it. And so, anyhow, let me turn this around so that you can see the what's going on. So I'm gonna run up here and take care of this little amount of business that I need to do. And you know, they're talking about right now. They're talking about 17,000. See these truck drivers right here? 17,000 of these dudes here in California alone. In California alone, they're saying 17,000 of them are driving these trucks illegally because the license they have was issued to them illegally. So the state of California is actually criminal. That's where it got to now. They're charging them criminally for issuing illegal um, CDLs, commercial driver's license. Now, will that happen? I think hell no, it's not going to happen. These dudes always talk about crap. Every freaking day they change their mind. They change their mind like a freaking girl changes clothes. I've been telling you about that, right? And so I might have to turn this camera off because the sun's shining right on it, and this particular phone does not handle sunshine on it very well at all. There's a lot of sunshine on it. So let me just remove it from here real quick out of the sun, or else it'll start heating up real bad. Yeah, my car's really pulling to the left because it needs air in the tire. So, and each time I put air in it, that valve stem that some dude put on there, his tire guy, you know, owns a tire shop and doesn't have the right kind of valve stem to put in the right. He put it's a long valve stem, and it's been leaking, and so I had it repaired again. And I guess this person didn't have a new valve stem either. He just used the same damn valve stem, and so now it's kind of, you know, leaking. So I'm just like, you know what? I think I just go down to the pick apart. But every time I call the local place here where they have old cars where you can get parts off them, every time I call over there, the nearest one, nobody ever answers the phone. You know, so I'm just like, if I was in Fresno, I could just go down to the pick apart and just get me a whole wheel. It'd probably be cheaper just to buy a whole wheel with tire on it. You know, it's already aired up, used, than it is to get these damn things repaired. When they repair them, doesn't even last, you know, a year, less than a year. So, I mean, I know you can replace it yourself. You just buy a little tool, and it costs you like $17. You buy the tool, and you just buy the valve stems yourself, and then you can just replace it yourself. But I don't know how to do that, and to me it just seems easier just to go down and buy a whole new wheel off a used, you know, car. But the tires are good, you know, they're only like halfway used. They're like still new. So, I mean, it'd be nice to replace all new 4 tires, right? That way you're less susceptible to have more issues with them. But that's $400 for 4 tires. You know, after installation, because they charge you what, like $20, I think. Yeah, they charge like $20 to put the tire on, so that's $20, $40, $60, $80. So I'm just gonna try and make it over here to where I can take care of this. And there he See somebody walking down the freeway. This is the 33 highway, by the way. But yeah, I think it's a bunch of freaking horse crap, dude. They won't do it. There's no freaking way they'll do it. They don't have nothing to talk about. It's all freaking clickbait and just to have their picture on the internet. They're humans. They're like everybody else. Everybody wants to be on the internet, and so do they. Just because they're making $400,000 a year doesn't mean that they don't want to be a superstar on these YouTube videos, on Facebook, on the internet. That's why they do it. But I guess the most talked about subject right now is the $2,000 stimulus check. Not stimulus check, dividend. That one, when somebody put that on Facebook, it got like 20,000 comments. That's crazy, and it was the only one that was up there. Nobody thought about putting it up there on Facebook. You know, because everybody wants that clickbait stuff. I wonder if you can even hear me. Sometimes on these phones, the microphone is right on the side. Who knows? But anyway, I'll be making a video later on. The main subject is going to be, if the cloud comes out, then I can put this back up on the holder. The main subject is going to be, well, one, I'm going to do some psychoanalysis on these YouTube channels, because there's something going on with the YouTube channels, which I'll talk to you about. And it's pretty wild. It's kind of wild. And but one of the main subjects I'm going to talk about, along with psychoanalyzing some of these people who are on here, whether they're extraterrestrial or human, I don't know, but I'm going to do a little psychoanalysis on them. And then the main subject is going to be what's going on right now, state-of-the-art technology. I don't know if you know what's going on, but they have a freaking semiconductor right now, which is like a, I guess they call that a GPU or a CPU, central processing unit. You know, people used to call them microprocessors, right? These are the chips that have, you know, dozens and dozens of electronics built into them. And I don't know if you know this or not, but you know, this stuff that's going on with the Russian. Now there's a RAV4, pretty sure. If I see a Toyota and it's an SUV, then I'm thinking it's a RAV4. But so there we go. So let's park right here in the shade. This, I should get some more information first before I say anything about it. This damn thing, I don't know if you know how much a trillion is, okay? It has freaking trillions of transistors in it. That is bizarre. And so, stay tuned, because I'm going to be talking about this, what's going on with this cutting edge technology that I'm sure a lot of people don't even know what the hell is going on. So I'm gonna um, let you know what's going on with this, so that it will spark interest in this thing, because this is wild. I mean, it could turn out to be, just like, like nothing ever happened, but um, it might turn out to be something different. And so this is going to be wild, wild. And then I'll be talking about some other stuff. Okay, so stay tuned, and we'll talk to you in a little while. Thanks for leaving. Thanks for joining, and um, go ahead and do the usual if you want to be if you want to catch the live stream. But if you don't catch the live stream, I'll probably just load it up to Facebook. That's in case you're not subscribed and you missed the live stream. But if you want to catch all the live streams, like sometimes I don't load it up. And if you want to catch me when I'm live, make sure you catch me when I'm live. Um, is to go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Okie dokie. So I was hoping that it would be a little bit more. Um, the air is real cool though. I mean, I'm sitting here sweating in the car. I'm sweating in the car when I open up the. Look at that. The thing still. It's been like a month. That window has been busted out. That's crazy, ain't it? That is crazy. So stay tuned. Um, and talk to you in a little while. Oh, let me acknowledge this. Madeline. Howdy. That last name sounds familiar. Okie dokie. Okay, I got one like, so we're off to a pretty good start. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for this information, because this is the cutting edge of technology, right? And so stay tuned for this. I'm gonna let you know what's going on. This is it's really knockout, because these people who are on the cutting edge of technology, right? The big cheese, right? Are right here. There is no 6 degrees of separation. You can talk to them right now. These are the guys on the cutting edge of technology, who are working with these cutting edge, um, electronic devices that have trillions of transistors in them. Technology is moving so fast, it's not even funny, right? But they're not the people aren't staying aren't keeping tabs on how fast it's moving, right? It wasn't very long ago they had a thousand transistors. Now you're talking 1 trillion, right? And it's not stopping there. But anyhow, stay tuned, and I will be going live in shortly. Oh no! Don't tell me they're gonna go in there and do their their visas. This could take forever. And I still got to go do something. So I'm gonna leave this running. No, I'm not. Yeah, maybe I will. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off because I got to go do something. Actually, I'm not gonna. Okay, did we reconnect? Looks like the sun's kind of going back a little bit, and these people are in there doing a visa. I should have just ran in there first. A visa takes forever. So I'll just run up here and take care of this other stuff I have to take care of. And I was supposed to, I was stop and get a few grocery items later on, but yeah, it started off crappy already. Started off crappy already, but I do got to get air in this tire. I do have to get air in the tire and get that fuel. I don't want to get the fuel right here because it's the last 5 times that I've gotten fuel there, it's the old crappy dinosaur fuel. And so I want to get some of that clear, pure biodiesel, which is, made out of corn. It's clear, burns cleaner when when you burn it. It smells like candle wax because that's all it is. Basically, it's just basically corn oil and paraffin. So I'm going to go up here over to Mountain and get me some of that. But I'm gonna have to pay with cash because at these travel centers, if you use your debit card, it takes out $100 and holds it for, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it seems like it'll hold it for a whole day. I know other times it's only taking a few hours. I noticed that. But yeah, it takes out $100 for some reason. I guess because, people like to rip off fuel. Just the other day they caught some people over in Bakersfield ripping off diesel fuel like that. AT&T, wonder what they're up to. So I got to go all the way over to Mountain and get me some of that clean stuff. But sometimes it's like a blend, so they blend the old garbage dinosaur. By the way, I think it was Forbes. This morning, Forbes said that renewables are so inexpensive now that the old dinosaur technology energy is it's not doing very what they have been saying that it's doing. So here you can see that we're got cloud cover now, because we're actually up on the hill. Now we're going to go down the other side, and of course the signal will blank out here for about uh, 3 or 4 minutes, and then it'll turn back on, and I'll be down there at the what we call it, the travel center. That's freaking noise pollution. If you're wondering where we're at, we're on the Interstate 5. We just got off of the 269. Lassen, what's that called? Lassen Driver 269. But we're right at the Interstate 5. Okay, so there's nowhere to park in there. They got a full house right now. What in the world is this guy doing? He's waiting for a parking spot to open up. So I will just go around. He's waiting for an island to open up. Which everybody just, oh, this one's going to open up right there. Oh, they got an RV in there. The old RV. Okay, I'm going to go over and get the diesel. Let's see how much diesel is. Whoa, diesel went down. No, it didn't. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was $4.99 before, so it went down 30 cents. 70, 80, 90. Yeah, it went down 30 cents this year compared to the last 2 years. The last 2 years has been $5 a gallon. So I just grabbed me $8 worth. No, $8 or $9 worth. I'll get it right here, but I think I better go pay cash for it. Because if I use my card, it's gonna, what it'll do is it'll pull $100 out, and it's gonna charge me $3 unless I do something real quick here. You know, do the old Yogi Yahui. I think that's what I better do. Because I got all my phones running out here, and you don't want to lose your stuff around here. That's for damn sure. Pull up a little bit more. Let me see what we got going on here. Yeah, I'll just take my main phone with me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do it this way. By the time I finish doing the stuff, is my phone ringing? Okay, let me see. I don't know if it'll mess with the signal. Is there any people in here? Because I reconnected it, probably doing all kinds of funky stuff. Yeah, but I'm gonna psychoanalyze this one YouTube channel. She's probably not gonna like it, but I don't know why, I got bombarded by the one stuff, and then I also got bombarded by this psychology stuff. And it's bizarre because usually it won't be authentic, it'll be fake. The people like Carl Jung and you know um, Sigmund Freud or whatever. um, it'll usually be fake, and they're just trying to screw the people up because they like for everything to be jacked up, for everything to be messed up. And so I was listening to this one last night, and it sounds legit. I mean, I'll have to go in and see if Carl Jung actually said this stuff. Okay, but if so, that's weird, um, because it is exposing people's stuff, and people don't like to have their stuff exposed, right? They're in denial, and if you expose this stuff, they'll freaking turn on you, right? Like a wild mountain lion. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a little bit of psychoanalysis myself, and and so that's why I'm saying the person challenged, she gonna trip big time. All right. Okay, so let me just transfer something here. Okay, so we should be okay now. Okay, we should be okay now. So let me go ahead and grab this fuel, and then I'll get back here and I'll check the signal, make sure it's running, because I don't see anybody in here and I don't see nobody leaving a comment. When you reconnect, it does that. Sometimes it won't connect the stuff back up. Okay. The weather is really, really nice right now up here. See, check this out. This is nice. See how clear that is? That's biodiesel. Way better than that other crap. The other crap is dark brown and nasty. That stuff is just like burning corn oil and candle wax. Sweet, huh? Look at that. Okay. Nice. Clean. Now, not just for burning it for your car, but when you're using it for a heater, you know, when you're using it for a heater to heat your house, it's the difference of night and day. It's good stuff. So, let me move out of here so somebody else can get fuel. I got 2.3. Wow. $10.97. Got 2.3 gallons. Almost $11. But it's the good stuff. The last stuff that I've been using ever since winter got around here, it's all been nasty. Dinosaur technology crap. That stuff that they get from freaking old dinosaurs, it's usually brown or dark green and nasty, and freaking if you get an exhaust leak, oh man, freaking pollution and freaking nasty ass crap. This stuff, you can check for yourself. Go on YouTube and look. There's a dude over in the United Kingdom and he shows you how to make biodiesel. This is the stuff that they make out of soybeans or corn oil. It's diesel fuel. You can put it in your car. All it is corn oil and candle wax. Candle wax is paraffin. It's corn oil and paraffin, and that's why it's clear. You can tell it's clean. So if an exhaust leak, that is no bueno, man. But this stuff here, if you get an exhaust leak, it just smells like you're burning a candle. So that's the difference of night and day. Okay, so I got to run up here and grab something. Oh yeah, I was going to check the signal. That's why I parked here. I was going to see if it's still, the live is still working. I forgot to get my receipt. That's good. Let's see what it looks like out there. Look. So we got some cloud cover. The sun's not, you know, not shining on the phone, so that's really nice. So I'm just checking my signal here, but it's not letting me. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. It's never done this. Okay, so let me try this. Wow. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Just a second, just trying to see the signal here. I should see the interstate, you know, because I talk about the interstate all the time. And this Epstein stuff, I think that's straight horse crap. They ain't going nowhere with that. That's a bunch of freaking bull. That's a subterfuge. But I'll tell you what is bizarre. I was watching a YouTube vertical live feed last night, I was watching. I hope that's turned off. I mean, I got a new battery. Last time I almost got stranded here when I was using a wore out battery. It had never been changed. Years and years and years. But now I got a new battery in there, so it should be okay. But I think I had my lights turned on last time. But anyhow, I was watching the YouTube live feeds. Why is this showing up in horizontal? That's why nobody's in here. Because it's, oh wait, there. Oh wait, is that how it shows up? That's crazy. So that's why nobody's coming in here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm live, but nobody's coming in here because it's showing that there's a picture like this. They can't see that I'm. They can't see that I'm on a vertical live feed. So let me just end this one. But I'll tell you, I'll end it and start it again so that people know that I'm in here. No, because if I do, they're gonna think that I'm already. They're gonna think that I'm already back doing the video that I said I'm gonna be doing with the information on it of the subjects that I said I'm gonna be talking about. And so anyhow, I was watching this one video live feed last night, and it was this girl, and she was probably about like 15. She's probably 15, and she was doing a live stream, and she had big light blue eyes, big light blue eyes. She had blonde eyelashes, they're long like that, and she had her hair, braided up backwards like this, and then had two like ponytails right here. And I guess she's getting to where she likes doing these live feeds, right? What's her incentive for doing the live feeds? Well, at her age, it's probably to find her knight in shining armor, right? And she's getting hundreds and hundreds of comments, and probably had like 250 people in the room talking about absolutely nothing, right? Talking about, I went to this place and had a cheeseburger and this, and just answering the stuff that's coming on the, what you gonna call it. But her mom's, if her mom's in the house, she's over there watching what her daughter's doing, right? Or if her mom's out shopping, she's keeping tabs on it. She's sitting there watching. They're watching her like a hawk. All her family is watching her. Okay? And because she's like, a perfect 10, over the charts, perfect 10. What is this chick doing on these live feeds? How is her parents letting her on these live feeds? Okay, you don't see girls like this on there. Okay, and so I'm just checking her out for a little bit, right, and seeing what she has to say and stuff, and trying to figure her out. I'm trying to size her up, trying to figure out, what's her trip. And I couldn't really figure it out. All I noticed is that she had a little bit of insecurity, right, from her body language. She had long, whatchamacallits, and she was like, she looked all cozy and stuff. And but you could tell she was like, she had her there because she had insecurity. Then she would, let it move her arms, and you couldn't tell that she was insecure because she's got a lot of self-esteem. Of course, if anyone looks like that, you're going to have a lot of self-esteem because everybody's all over you like flies on rice, right? They roll the red carpet out any place you go. This is how society treats someone like this. So what the hell is she doing on these live feeds, right? You would think she'd be out, you know, three different dudes out there knocking on her door, you know, want her company and stuff. So what the hell is she doing on these live feeds? Well, apparently people are getting a rush off of it, right? And this is like being a movie star. And this is like being a movie star 3.0. And because it's interactive. You're not just on TV like it used to be on the old days. Now it's interactive. The people on the other side that are watching you can talk to you right now. They can call you. You could be sitting here and talk to them. And so I'm like, out of all the different people on these live feeds, you've never seen one like this, right? This is the kind of person that people, they guard, and like a princess. You know how they do with the princess, right? They all guard her. It's like the queen bee, right? They protect her and guard her and all this stuff. But yes, she's sitting here on these video live feeds. And so later on that night, I started getting all kinds of videos on my feeds, on the YouTube feeds. You know, the things that they suggest for you. This is, I guess, the algorithms or stuff, and a lot of different subjects than what I've used to be getting. Now I'm getting these subjects of psychology, right? And I won't mention the subjects, but it's really bizarre, and I will start mentioning it a little bit later, but I don't want to give you the wrong impression because it would take some explaining to, so that you don't get the wrong impression of where I'm going with it. Okay? But I'm getting all these live feeds. Like I said, it's got Carl Jung on it and all these other psychologists, and it's pretty much legit, right? And it's, you know, it's abstract, it's profound, and these things that they're saying on there, and it's basically doing psychoanalysis on you. It's like going to a freaking psychologist, right? A good psychologist, not a crappy psychologist. And and uh, and then I also started getting these live feeds about, you know, the technology that I was telling you about a little while ago. This is going to be the subject that I'm going to be talking about here in a little while. Okay, the cutting edge of technology, what's going on. Okay, and then it's like all going together. Okay, then they started showing me pictures of aliens, and then they started bombarding me with these people who've said they've been abducted. And I was looking at the video, and it looks like the video quality was like from the 1970s. It looks like the video quality was like from the 1970s. And I'm like, man, they've been talking about this stuff all this time, you know, talking about you know, like how they used to abduct the cows, the cattle. They were abducting it over in they were mutilating these animals, and they were finding them, and then they had some video coverage or something of you know, they had pictures of these things, these grays, which, by the way, one time I thought I saw one. These little graze. I was drinking quite a bit of coffee at the time, but I don't know if that was a factor or not. And and so I keep watching it, and then it's like, this was 1989, right? Because they were talking about cell phones, and I'm like, the quality shouldn't be this. It shouldn't be this low of quality. It should look better. So they're screwing around or something. And I'm listening to the lady, and it's like, this lady is just a real good liar. Okay? She's a real good liar, she's a psychopath, and she's sick, right? She's just a real good liar so that she can almost disguise her body language. Okay? And so I'm like, why are they throwing all this stuff? It's like you're getting close, right? You know, like that one thing, you're getting hot, you're getting hotter, you're getting warm. Oh, you're burning hot, you're burning, you're on fire, right? Remember that game we used to play when we were younger? And I don't even know if it had a name to it or not, but when you're looking for something or something like that. And so I'm like, why are they throwing all this stuff now? It's because it's getting close to the truth being exposed. So they're putting all these other things to decoys. Not really decoys, but subterfuges to get you off the trail, to make you chase a race. And after that, they put this other thing, which I kind of remember this, okay? There's people who say that there's certain galaxies and planets, and that there's different kinds of extraterrestrials. There's the good ones, there's the bad. And they put this up there. And they showed the different kinds. Which, by the way, they're making a big thing about this thing, what I said, about the mantis. Okay? There was this big thing, they were talking about it way back in the day. Whether or not, you know, that was in my subconscious or not, okay? This is what I had put together because of, you know, putting one and one together. If a mantis has telepathy, has the ability to hypnotize its prey, and they're mixing genes, right? But they say that there is a species that is actually like the mantis, the prey mantis. And so they have like 12 different kinds, 12 different species of these extraterrestrials. And then the last one down on the bottom, they had like 6 on top and 6 on bottom. The last one down on the bottom was this one kind, and it looked just like that girl who was on these live streams. I don't know what they're called. I went in and tried to find out which one it was, and it started doing this weird stuff. But anywho, so this is what we're going to be talking about. And this is going to be interesting. This is really going to be interesting. But anywho, I got to run over here and do some stuff. And get going. I got to pick up a few grocery items. I got to get like one more noodle. I know the noodles are not good for you. At least that's what I've heard. I've heard that the instant noodles, I heard those are real bad for you. But what I'm doing is I'm incorporating into them stuff that is good for you. And what I'm finding out is that people on the planet who are not afflicted with all the freaking maladies that we have here in the United States, I'm finding out that they eat stuff that we don't, namely sugar. They don't use the sugar we use. They use different kind of sugar. All of them. All of the people from the Orient, people from Asia, people from Africa, they do not use what we use, you know, the main stuff that we use. I'm finding out about this stuff, right? And wouldn't you know, it's not on the shelves in, you know, like Walmart and stuff. Okay, so hold on, where's my... Yeah, they always play good music here. They always play excellent. They always play excellent and good music here. I don't know who the DJ is, but they're always playing good music. Um. So, yeah, it makes you kind of wonder, huh? So I put 45 pounds in that one and that one. And, so I have to take this thing, somewhere and get the tires repaired. There's something wrong with them. They shouldn't be losing that much damn air, you know, like every 5 days or every 4 days. I mean, it was down to like 18 pounds, I think. It was down to 18 pounds. And so I should have showed you the interstate. So I just got to go over here and take care of this stuff, and then I should be going back on live. I know there's no people in here because the video is showing up as a static copy of the live stream, which is good. When I go back on live, you know, with the information I said I was going to present, the people will be ready for it, you know, because I know a lot of people don't like to subscribe. There's a lot of channels I won't subscribe to because it changes people. If they know you're subscribed, it changes their behavior. Okay, so stay tuned, and we'll talk to you in a little bit. Signing out from Interstate 5 at Highway 269 here in the Central Valley, California. On today's date is today's, oh wow, there's something in the road. Should I go move it out of the road? Somebody's gonna hit it. If I go touch, somebody will get out of there, because if I go move it, then they'll be saying like, oh, you threw it out there on the side of the road. Then all the freaking law enforcement will be looking for me. There's a big old fucking thing right there in the road. So let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. Okay. How'd you like to hit that? Freaking knock all your shit off. Knock all your bumper off. Let me go up there and move it. There we go. What the hell it is, but got it off the road. Because you're coming behind somebody and you hit that damn thing, dude, your whole freaking bumper is gone. That thing weighed about 15 pounds. Okay, not only that, but somebody could come up there and freaking turn, and you'd have a big old freaking scene right there. You'd be have all the what you call it. So this thing should turn off here by itself, and so when it does, because I'm going up the mountain now, when it does, I'll go back on in a little while. It should be like an hour. Should have put my hazard light out there doing that crap. I mean, there's so much stuff that goes on out here on the road. Now, you watch Facebook, you can see all this crap that happens. Man, the eagles were coming, circling me when I was way out there, and the phone kind of like, I don't know if the phone works out there or not. Or one of the helicopters, you know, they monitor this interstate. You can't even climb. What that takes to climb that damn thing, then you come back down on the side, then you got to climb again. It's treacherous. And so by the time I got down to the other side, it was way the hell out there. It was like 5 or 10 miles on the other side. There was a sheriff right there waiting. And he asked me what I was doing, this and that, right? I guess the farmers who were on the other side way over there, they grow cherries on the other side there. And some some type of vegetables. I guess they called law enforcement, you know, and this dude who was walking out there, like, what the hell are you doing walking out here? And it was because, I don't know, there was something going on with my insurance, you know, the roadside. The cards had gotten mixed up, or the card was expired, or some kind of bullcrap went on, and the signal, the phone signal was all crapped out, and I don't remember exactly what the hell was the issue that roadside couldn't come out here and, you know, help me. But for some reason I lost the signal on the phone, and so that's why I just started walking. I think I was like, I don't know, but anyhow, the sheriff ended up giving me a ride back to the ranch, which was about 5 miles from where I came out on the other side. Gave me a bottle of water and let me get in the back seat. And, took me back out to the ranch. I wonder what these guys are going to be doing. Oh, I bet they're going to put in fiber optic cables all the way through here or something. Because I remember they were putting them on the other side. They're putting that orange fiber optic cable, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so here comes the sun, so that old phone's gonna start heating up. So I'm gonna shut her down right now as soon as I get into town. Shut her down. Take care of some business real quick. By the way, anybody paying attention to crypto? I think it's going to make a move here tonight or early tomorrow morning. It's going to make that move right now. You know, because everything what's going on, they just reopened up the government or whatever, which I think is all freaking bull crap. All freaking bull crap. All freaking staged. Right? They're just actors. So I'm going to shut this thing down so that I can take care of what I need to take care of. I actually got 3 phones with me right now. But I'm glad I got this this diesel fuel. It's real good diesel fuel. So I'm pretty stoked about that. And run in here and take care of this stuff. And that'll be it. Okay, so stay tuned, people.